In this place, we live in fear of the common cold. The last flu wiped out 20 people in less than a week. So now we've got rules. You get sick, you go into quarantine. If you don't get better, you've got a choice. A bullet or a long walk in the snow. At least that's how it's supposed to work.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 157, and today we are talking about The Colony. I am Sean Orrid, and joining me tonight is Andrew. We have the Seeds Jemison.
Hey, bro.
Damn it. I was going to do that.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man. Corny. Now that's some fresh meat, Logan.
Hey, Snow Bra.
Oh, Snow Bra. Oh, I would love that if that was the thing, like how in Iron Sky they called each other the Moon whatever, Moon Corporal, Moon General, Moon Fuhrer.
Yes.
If that was in this, they called each other the Snow whatever. He's the
Bra.
He's the Snow Captain. And Sam, take a walk or the bullet vector.
Just so you know, if you hit a man over the head with a crowbar about 1,000 times, they generally don't get back up.
Yeah, generally speaking. Right.
Generally speaking?
Right, as you saluted me, I'm sure you did.
Yes.
All right, so this is 2013's The Colony. So, last week, gotta apologize, everybody. We were gonna record.
Yes.
Half the crew or cast was with the flu, as most of the country was,
And the butt flu.
and other kinds of intestinal issues.
Yes.
So
I just call it butt flu. That makes more
that
sense.
sounds gross.
My sphincter got quite a workout last week.
I actually think several of us actually lost.
And he had diarrhea.
Yeah. oh, zing! We are off to a great start. Yeah. So we were going to do The Colony last week as our kind of our Bill Paxton salute. To them, he died a few weeks ago, right before the Oscars, and
It was like a complications from surgery or something, wasn't it?
yeah, it was. So
That's
it was
crazy.
and it sucks the way he died. He was too young. He's like only 61. So we're gonna do. We decided to do a movie. Well, there was nothing really good to watch with him in it, so we decided to do a really bad movie that he's in, or maybe it's not. We'll see what we think. So anyway, so there's that, and I just want to say sorry for the wait. Hopefully it was worth it, and we're gonna just kind of go from there. All right, so 2013's The Colony. If you have no idea what this movie is, which I'm sure most of you don't,
Congratulations.
because I sure as hell didn't know what the hell it was before I think Andrew or Sam said, "Hey, let's do The Colony for Bill Paxton."
Don't put that on me.
So Andrew, if you will, if you would, sir, tell us more about The Colony.
Fleeing the evil galactic empire, the rebels abandoned their new base in the assault on Hoth.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I think that's Empire
Wrong
Strikes
movie.
Back, yeah. Though it does feel like they're on Hoth.
Okay. Are we there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're
everything
fine.
went silent for a moment.
Oh.
Sam wasn't hacking up along, and everyone stopped laughing, so I thought I lost you. Okay, so The Colony. Forced underground by the next ice age, a struggling outpost of survivors must fight to preserve humanity against a threat even more savage than nature.
Fred.
That's what's more dangerous than nature is Fred. Okay. I don't want to be near Fred.
You
all
may
right.
call
Savage.
me Tim.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I guess that's the movie. So from what I gather from the movie, again, so I'll say this. Typically what I do is, as I've mentioned many times on the show before, is I usually watch the movie a day or two in advance so I can kind of sit and think about it and have a chance to mull over the movie and chew on it. Well, I watched this movie, the day before we were supposed to record, and then we couldn't. So I haven't seen this movie in like 9 days, and I since then have gone on a conference trip and have had lots of new information shoved in my brain. So I don't remember much of this movie, so this is going to be an interesting show.
Okay.
But I will. So I'll let everybody do their intros, and hopefully that'll help jog my memory as to what this movie is. So Andrew, if you will lead off, sir.
Okay. Well, I can give you a mental picture of this movie, and that is if you go out in a blizzard and take a shit. That's pretty much the movie.
Okay.
That is. That makes okay.
That would be cold on your butthole.
Yeah.
I, of course, had not seen this before. And,
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not going to ask because I know none of us have.
Yeah, and...
Actually, I have seen this movie.
What?
Yep.
No. So you are the one that suggested this.
Yeah, I was the one that suggested it.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Look, I have been responsible for worse movies. All
But
right,
the only reason I did is because of Bill Paxton.
No, yeah, I know. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, actually, this is the kind of movie that's right up our alley to do anyway.
Oh,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Add some zombie Nazis, and we are at perfect heaven here.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Cheapseat.
That's like the trifecta for us. Yeah. Go ahead, Andrew. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. So the movie, I saw every detail of the movie coming before it even happened. It was very, very predictable, and the acting was not good. Bill Paxton, even though this is a tribute to him, may he rest, was not good in this one.
No, not at all.
And really, I didn't recognize anybody except for him and Lawrence Fishburne.
Wasn't that Ben Affleck's third brother?
Oh, I don't know. Was there an Affleck in this?
I don't know. He looks a lot like the Casey Affleck guy.
Oh, I
I
don't know.
thought-
I'll have to.
There's no Affleck on the
Okay.
on the list here.
You mean the main kid,
Yeah.
Kevin Zegers?
Ziggers.
Ziggers.
I don't know. I'll look and see if I
Daddy
can.
must have been a producer or something.
Andrew, you talk, and I'll look in his bio and see if.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
But other than that, the story itself, a kind of a apocalyptic. There we go. World where everything is frozen over, and there's the colony that is surviving who hears this distress signal from colony number 5, and which made me wonder what happened to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Where are they? And they do find out through the movie that one colony has magically, shifted their antenna bunny ears on their TV and cleared up the sky
Right.
just for a few miles over top of their head, which
Yeah.
somehow stays that way, just right there where they are, so they can.
Created an anti-polar vortex.
Well,
Yeah.
from
So,
what
whatever
I
that means.
gathered, hold on, Andrew, just real quick. Just from what I think I remember, and what I gathered is that, like the Matrix, we did this to ourselves, right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we were trying to cool the Earth because of global warming, and instead we set it to freeze instead of refrigerate, and froze the Earth, right?
I returned it to 11.
Yeah. So, okay. So we did that. So it actually kind of makes sense that we could reverse it, and that they somehow reverse engineered this thing by I'm sure it was as simple as we just need to turn the knob the other way. from suck
Sure.
from
And,
suck
and
to
we
blow,
know it
right?
works because they're circular structures that are rings, because that's what you need to make things do strange things.
Well, sure, it was large and whatever.
Yeah.
The
Large
whole
marks.
Halo
What she
franchise
said.
based on that.
Yeah, pretty much. It was a whole.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just as far as the movie itself, I did not enjoy anything. There was not. I was looking for something that I might. The only thing that I can maybe pull out was Fishburne blowing himself up on the bridge.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: he hella dies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does. That was a shame. Okay. All right, Corny.
The snow is everywhere. It is all around us, even now in this very room.
Is this your Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah, that's not bad. Actually,
Yeah,
I can
I'll give it to you.
I can picture Corny with a shaved head because I've
Yeah.
seen that,
Well,
and
picture of it.
Sunglasses.
with the sunglasses, with the no arms, just the sunglasses, standing there in all black leather. Again, I've seen that. Talking to somebody. Yeah, I can see that.
If you look to your lower right,
Yeah, I know. I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah, your Google Hangouts photo. I can actually see you saying that. Honestly, this is from those 5 sentences or 2 sentences you said. I've painted a mental picture of you standing at App State where we went, where it literally did snow from about November to March, and you're standing there in front of like a bunch of freshmen, and you're giving this speech to like these incoming freshmen as Morpheus.
Half of you will die.
Yeah,
half of you will die.
I like this idea. All right,
See him now saying, "What if I told you this movie sucks ass?"
What if I told you it would snow from the ground?
Snow came from sideways. Snow seemed to come up from underneath. Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
Yeah, this movie was shit. I the only thing I wanted from this movie, the only thing that it led me to want, is the death of Bill Paxton, and I felt really bad for that because he died in real life. So now I feel like an asshole. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah.
And then
Feel bad.
And then when I got what I wanted, I felt bad because I didn't want it anymore because he actually like tried to help.
Yeah.
So I was doubly mad. I wanted him to die, and then when he did, I was just a giant toddler in this. Like I got what I wanted, it wasn't enough, so I kept pouting.
Well, you almost don't get a payoff with his death, right?
Yeah,
like he's a
that's true.
douche the entire movie. He handcuffs the hero to a bed for no reason other than because he wants to be king of the castle. And then when it comes time for him to finally bite it, he goes out on his own terms and helps other people. And it's like, wait a minute, hold on. He's supposed to be the one that like goes off by himself, does like he locks the door and like screws over the rest of the team, and then ends up locking himself in a room with 3 of the meat eaters, and then they go crazy, right? Like, like isn't that how it's supposed to be? And then
That's how it's supposed to have gone.
right. Instead, he gets this last second of redemption, and you're like, oh well, now you don't hate him as much, I guess.
Yeah, and then by the way, the big reveal, when they got on the bridge, I immediately knew what the monsters were. Like the bad thing was, like I knew immediately. Because there's only 2 types of things that happen in a movie like this.
Right.
There's zombies, or there's just mass cannibalism. Because the
Yeah,
last movie we had with a
yeah.
bunch of snow featured mass cannibalism, and the babies.
Which one was that?
The babies, they were.
Yeah.
just-
So
just-
this movie completely reminded me of Snowpiercer.
Oh, that's right. That's
Like-
right.
Oh,
Snowpiercer is like they're on the train. This is the people before the train.
Well, this is actually, honestly, Corny, in one of my notes I wrote, I'm just assuming that there's a train going around the Earth at this point. They just don't know that. Like
Just never eaten babies.
I'm just assuming that this is in the same universe, or it's
Yeah.
the same world. Like, they're just traveling. Like the revolt hasn't happened yet. So like this is before the events of Snowpiercer.
Nice.
So
I tell you though, I'd much rather be on that train.
I don't know. I mean, would you rather be eating plants and have Bill Paxton as your boss, or eating the bugs, the bug bars, and
Don't forget the flesh pops.
well, Yeah. And have Tilda Swinton tell you that you're a shoe.
Oh, I forgot about Tilda Swinton. No, I don't want to be on the train
frozen
anymore.
arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Although,
no.
if you were in the upper class, though, it would be pretty sweet.
Well,
ride.
yeah, if you're in the opium den in the front half of the movie,
Yeah,
fine.
in the
Or
discotheque that is between the children learning and apparently their sleeping quarters.
Yeah. Oh, I need to find some of that.
Yeah, but Tilda Swinton just kind of ruins the whole thing. I forgot she was there. I don't want to be on that train.
Yeah.
She's like your creepy aunt. I mean, not yours, but
I don't know. She's so freaking creepy anyway. I saw Doctor Strange the other day, and she's even as a good person, she's creepy in that.
I love that movie. I think she's great in that.
Not a fan.
Of her or?
Of her.
Oh.
Of her, yeah.
of Sean.
She's literally, I think she's a demon.
She's a demon.
I think she has come up from somewhere down below.
Yeah.
Someone has dug too deep into the mine. And she has emerged.
Here's a theory I'm creating on my own. She still is Gabriel from Constantine, and then her way of coping is to now use her magical powers, and she becomes the one in the Doctor Strange. Just in case you were wondering what the children were singing.
What happens if the engine stops? We all
There you go. So.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good thing I don't teach elementary music.
This is what we're going to learn today, kids.
But will it stop or will it stop? No! Can you tell us why?
Okay. Sorry, I'm done. Oh, Snowpiercer. God, that movie. That movie still haunts me.
But does that make it a good movie?
It does.
So if it sticks with you?
It does. I think it does.
I think so. Yeah.
I
think we underscored it, tell you the truth.
I think we might have, like, just because it was some budgetary issues and some plot hole issues, but for the fact that I still occasionally just pull that movie out of its file in my brain and just think about it for a little while. Just, I mean, I honestly, I was pimping the podcast this week, so I was at an annual conference for my profession with about 1,000 people, and I was pimping the show to strangers. I mean,
you have a sandwich board on, didn't you?
No, I didn't. But I
shit.
did hand out probably 2 or 3 business cards with cheapseatreviews.com.
Wait, we have business cards?
My business cards, my personal ones for work. No, well, we kind of
Don't worry. The cheap seat review thing is just where he's printed off and Scott's taped it to the back of his business card.
We actually kind of do have business cards. I actually printed little cardstock of the chair that I was gonna do for a reason, but they're sitting in a box.
That's the same type of T-shirt I have for the show. It's just a Hanes beefy tee with the logo just
stapled onto the front.
Oh, that's funny because I made my own shirt too. It just has a giant shit stain on it.
That's awful. But no, but we I actually I was actually got into a really in-depth conversation with a gentleman about Zootopia and all of the second and third layers that are in that movie. That the movie is, for kids, it's funny animals doing silly things.
Such a good movie. Oh,
it's a
I love
great
that
movie. But the layer for us is about racism and prejudice and well, I don't know if it's a spoiler, but
inside of the movie,
but I mean, there's a lot of go. It's on Netflix, so go watch it.
Yeah,
it's great, seriously, and pay attention to.
I won't.
To the tones, to the message that the movie actually is preaching. Yeah. I mean, there's moments where, and there was moments that the gentleman I was talking with, brought up that I didn't think about. Is like, if you've seen it, have we all seen it here on the show?
No, I have not seen it.
Oh, seriously, dude, it's good.
Andrew, have you seen it?
I think you'll like it.
You should watch it.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me. The moment when, and Corny, you should watch it for this, when there's the scene when she's giving the press conference, right? And she's, everything is kind of, the press are just kind of asking her a question, and she's like, yeah, they're all different or whatever, right? And then when they go into this narrative, like the press look bored, right? Like, oh, this isn't a story. And then she realizes, oh, I better say something interesting. And so she says something about that they're all predators. And then if you notice behind her, the images change to, stills of all the animals with muzzles and in the cages, and it's like violent, and then that's when the media latches onto it. So it's a narrative of not only, about this kind of predators are bad, right? That it's also that the media is there to manipulate what's happening.
Interesting.
And then even to the point
I didn't
where
even catch that.
Right, I didn't either. And then even to the point that when Nick and her have their little disagreement and he leaves, what's the reporter ask? Did he just assault you? And she says, no, he's my friend. And they turn that into, so what you're saying is we can't trust our friends. So it's a media bias thing too. It's not just, one side of the aisle is all media is like this, because they're trying to get you to watch their network. So the movie
so
is...
Are you saying that Trump funded this?
Anyway, no, I'm not saying that.
He's listening right now,
Well,
he's probably just...
Do you think that Russia helped fund
I'm not near a microwave, so we're good.
No, I'm not either. Well, I don't know. I got a dehumidifier. Is that on the list of things that can spy on us? I don't know.
I put a Band-Aid over my webcam. So.
Because our computers certainly aren't.
Oh, my God. Just the whole thing just makes me sad for humanity.
That's how you get ants in a colony. Which is
Oh, speaking of colony, this movie.
Sam, that's right. Yeah, where were we?
We're still in intros.
yeah, same as in Magonia.
Yeah, were you done, Corny? I'm sorry. I think I derailed whatever you were saying.
Like Snowpiercer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Derailed like
that's
Snowpiercer.
right.
Oh, thanks for the pun.
No, I'm good. Yeah, this movie was just not good in any way, shape, or form. There was no payoff. I don't know what I would rather watch out of our terrible movies, but this is not going to end well for me.
Really? You're already having that debate.
Oh,
wow.
I wasn't even there yet, but okay, that's interesting.
Well, I mean, nothing. I got no payoff, and and the payoff I got was taken away from me.
Yeah.
I demand a payment.
We demand a recount.
That's interesting. I'm really interested because, like, can we? I mean, seriously, you're saying bottom 1, 2, 3,
Star Crash.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I had fun with Star Crash.
Yeah, Star Crash, I think, is in its own world because it's so bad it's fun. But I mean, you're saying you would rather. Okay, I'm going to ask this or okay.
Okay.
And you just tell me. So the colony or rubber.
Probably rubber.
Okay.
Whoa.
Trolls.
Now, in all fairness, I think I gave the highest rating for rubber.
You might have. I don't know.
I think I did. It wasn't high, but it was certainly.
I don't have it that far
above
back.
a 1.
Yes, it was above a 1.
Yeah. Well, the score for it is a .875, so it couldn't have been much higher than 1.
Yeah.
Troll 2.
Actually, I really like Troll 2.
Okay. Poultrygeist.
Poultrygeist, I would rather watch Poultrygeist.
Okay. ABCs of Death.
This.
Yeah. I'm okay. Noah. And believe it or not, I'm going up, not going down.
I would rather watch this because it's shorter.
Yeah, well, okay. Children. Well, I know Children of the Corn. I know that answer.
F that movie.
Transformers: Age of Extinction.
F
made
that
me remember it.
Yeah. Clone Wars, the Star Wars Clone Wars cartoon.
I'd rather watch that.
Final Girl.
I'd rather watch Final Girl.
Okay, and Mario Brothers. I would rather watch Mario Brothers. Actually.
Mario Brothers than this.
Okay, so I'm with you on like 2 of those. Okay, interesting. That was fun. Would you rather? Okay, that's interesting. So we'll see how your score reflects. Sam.
Okay. Well, somehow I watched this movie once before, and I think it's mainly because I saw Lawrence Fishburne and I thought, ooh, I like my apocalyptic style movies.
Yeah.
This will be interesting. It'll be, survival of the fittest type of thing. But this is a stupid movie. I get the premise. I get the idea behind the premise. It's a little heavy-handed. Sometimes Hollywood does that to us in terms of, global warming, we'll fix it and then we'll freeze ourselves to death. But a lot of the decisions that are being made in this movie are just so darn stupid and make no sense. And, when you get to Colony 5 and you have the guy from Green Mile, I don't even know his name, the crazy guy in the room who's locked himself in the room and is apparently just going to starve himself to death.
Tom Hanks.
He was
Tom
in
Hanks.
the Green Mile?
Yeah, isn't he the guy in Green Mile?
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about in the Green Mile. I mean, this
Prison guard.
This
Prison
is
guard.
Remember who he was?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, do we remember who he was in the movie? This movie?
No, he was the guy, the loner. The guy was all by himself.
Yeah, I know, but do you remember his name?
Oh,
Terrified Man. How about that?
There you go.
No, not him. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, you keep doing your thing.
He was only there to serve to push the plot forward in terms of it, but it was a stupid way to push it forward. You've got one colony with seeds, but no sun, and now they found the sun colony. But then the Reavers show up.
Thank you, because I was going to say that.
And when the Reavers are probably the dumbest thing of this whole movie. They walk around like zombies. They reminded me of I Am Legend, the vampires in I Am Legend.
Mm-hmm.
And they make no sense. Even when they're in the Colony 5 and they're sneaking around, when you finally see them, they're like all silently, I don't know.
They're like ninjas.
Chomping down on somebody.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
And he's like, cutting off a leg, right? But then, obviously, Lawrence Fishburne killed himself on the bridge. I can understand that. But why did they not have better defenses? At this point in an apocalyptic scene or landscape, you're going to have to protect your resources pretty well. And they had no plan. Not to mention the Bill Paxton character was an idiot. Was a complete idiot. And the whole flu thing, did they even need that? So other than to show that Bill Paxton's a jerk. And like Corny said, you don't get the payoff of the jerk getting eaten alive.
Do you think that we are all a little biased because we just got over the flu?
That could very well be the case.
Interesting. I'm still looking for the guy. I thought I found him. Julian Richings as Leland. Was he?
Yeah.
Scared dude. He's not in the Green Mile. So
what?
I'm still looking. Maybe you're thinking of somebody else. Like I'm thinking. Like I haven't found the guy yet. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Like because he was in X-Men 3. He was in he was in Man of Steel.
Yeah.
As Lore M. He was the guy that sentenced them to the dead zone or whatever it's called. Sorry, Corny.
Negative zone.
Thank you. I just can't remember.
Sorry, Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone? Sorry.
Wait,
The Dead Zone is a TV show.
It's Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone? I can't remember. Anyway, it's fine.
But I did not like this movie. I thought it was a waste of time. And it made me mad again to watch it. It feels like a direct-to-video type of thing.
Which it was.
And, that's probably why. It just was not well done. Not well done. It seemed like maybe it was a cash grab for both Fishburne and Paxton.
Yeah.
What have I told you? I need to pay rent.
Yeah, I mean that happens.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes you just, and you see this happen all the time. You see these, I mean, gosh, Bruce Willis nowadays is just doing whatever, right? I mean, he's got 10 movies that I've never heard of that are on Netflix that are just because he's bored.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it could be like maybe Fishburne and Paxton knew Jeff Renfro, who is the director. And he was like, hey, I need some heavies for this movie that I'm doing. Can you guys come? We're going to be in snow and then these kind of cool industrial things and it'll give you an opportunity to be weird. And like, okay, fine. because
We'll buy you lunch.
Yeah, so because he's done stuff like The Art of More. Don't know what that is. He did a TV 2 episodes of Houdini and Doyle, which is like a new version of
Doyle rules.
Yeah, well, the idea is like Houdini and then Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote Sherlock Holmes, are actually crime solvers in the 1900s or 1800s of England, and that's where Doyle comes up with the idea of Sherlock Holmes, is that it's actually him reliving his stories and things like that. He did 4 episodes of the new Beauty and the Beast thing. I mean, he does TV, right? And then he did a documentary called I Am Steve McQueen. And in there somewhere he did this movie. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was a favor to a friend or something, or maybe like a producer was a friend or something.
Maybe they were just bored.
I mean, that happens too. I mean, like I'm sure that happens. Fishburne is in between. All right. Well, we just did 2000. Okay, hold on. Let's do some math.
You know what's sad though?
2013.
Bill Paxton did this movie right after he did Hatfields and McCoys.
Right. Which was good.
Which was a very good series,
yeah.
But it's quite a step down.
When did Man of Steel come out?
Not long enough ago.
I'm trying to remember where it is. Man of Steel. Okay, so Man of Steel came out the same year as this movie for him. So he was like, hey, I'll do Man of Steel, and then I'll come and do this thing because, I mean, he hadn't done anything in 2 years. Mm-hmm. And then he does something called Ride Along, and then The Signal. I mean, he's doing Rudderless, never heard of it. And then he did Hannibal for a few episodes. And then he did Dawn of Justice. And then he did the remake of Roots. I didn't know they had remade Roots. Did you know that, Corny?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Or anyone. I wasn't just asking Corny, but anyone. He was on Blackish for a little while.
I have yet to see that, and I've heard nothing but good things about it.
What? Oh, he played a character called Pops. Okay, I was confused. And now he's in John Wick 2. So
Pop.
Well, it's weird because it says Pops /James Earl Jones. So is he pretending to be James Earl Jones?
Maybe.
That's what I'm confused about. So, interesting. Anyway, is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay.
I'm done.
This is the longest we've ever done for an intro?
Probably.
We're getting close.
Yeah.
We're easily distracted tonight for some reason.
Well, it's because the 4 of us haven't been on an episode in a while, and we're just so excited to be near each other is all. I think I'm just going to...
I am near you. Wait.
Anyway. Is it weird that I actually looked outside the window just now?
Because one of these days it's going to be true.
Yeah.
I mean, where I am now, Sam doesn't have the intestinal fortitude to get to where I currently live. But if I get a new place, then maybe. But you're going to have to climb a pretty steep hill to get to where I am currently.
My ankle generally won't let me do that nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, and it's trailblazing through kudzu and poison ivy. It's just not a good place for you.
So definitely a winter thing.
Now, the listeners can't see this, but behind Sam, there is a window that is slightly cracked.
Oh.
And I think all of us would be freaked out if a face popped up in that window.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's true.
One of these days, I'm going to pay Chad to hit like a water balloon or something on that window while we're recording. God rest his soul. So
it's
no,
a beautiful breeze coming through it right now. By the way,
no, this movie sucks. I mean, there's no getting around it. I mean, the main actor, I feel bad for him because he doesn't really get to act much. I mean, pretty much the whole movie, the moment you meet him, you're like, okay, he's the Boy Scout. He's going to be our Chris Evans, our everyday conscience, right? He has a hot girlfriend who's got a lot of tattoos and whatever. And
I didn't find her that attractive.
Well, she was the only hot female in the planet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because she had Arby's curly fries on her head.
Yeah. So I thought she was fine.
Were they dreads?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, some of her other pictures that she has, if you look on her IMDb photos, I mean, she's a very attractive woman. She wasn't great in this movie, but I mean, it's dirty and gross, and it's the future, so post-apocalyptic, whatever. So fine, whatever.
Snow Detroit.
Yeah,
When I saw her, not to derail again, but when I saw her, I thought, man, she looks really familiar.
Yeah.
And I had to go all the way back to childhood to Harriet the Spy.
Oh, right.
With Rosie O'Donnell. And she was the, bitchy little kid in that movie.
Right. Yeah, like, she was in Rookie Blue and a couple other cop shows and whatever. So, I mean, I've seen her before, and she's fine. She's my age. So, anyway... so then you got him, right, or her, right? So then you get Bill Paxton, who, again, we get the open is literally him killing people, right? So he breaks the rules and whatever. So, okay, fine, that sucks.
Breaking the law.
So he sucks. And then Lawrence Fishburne, as soon as you see him, he's the general. He's the guy that has the code and the rules and whatever. I'm like, okay, so we know who he is. So, I mean, pretty much everyone
was it Andrew that said everything was predictable?
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It's.
Oh, yeah.
You could have told me the premise, and I could have basically told you this whole story.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
just in generalizations.
Even to the point when Fishburne's like, I need volunteers. I need 2 volunteers. And so the hero's like, I'm going to go. And you're like, all right, he's going to be fine. And then
you get a red shirt.
And then red shirt kid goes, I'll go. I'm like, well, I haven't seen you yet in the movie do anything usable, so you going to die. And then we even see how he's going to die when Fishburne kind of calls him out and says, grow up, kid. You know, and the whole time the kid, which is funny because the kid basically is playing Bill Paxton's character from Aliens. I mean, he's basically saying, game over, man. We got to get out of here. I mean, that's what he does the whole time. So, and then, of course, he gets separated and then eaten, which I felt bad for him. And then you have the bit where... so I wrote down. So I'm actually going to get into my notes because I need to. But I wrote down for tropes. I wrote down
everything.
I wrote down horror trope and then just regular trope. Right. So like horror trope. There's a survivor who freaks the hell out. Right. The only way it would have been more of a trope is if he would have then turned into one. You know.
Okay.
Do y'all remember that episode of Firefly when they find that one survivor who then turns into a Reaver?
Yeah.
And ends up killing some people. Like, that's a horror trope.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, sorry.
Jerk.
Yeah, go watch Firefly. It's 10 years old.
And you'll love it.
14 years old.
Man, it's been 14 years.
Yeah. 2003. Yeah. Because the
Sad.
movie was
Never
05.
forget.
So, okay, I'm going to tangent again. I have not watched The Expanse. Has any of y'all watched The Expanse?
No, but I've heard good things.
I see it every day in my pants.
Nice.
Everybody keeps comparing it
Isn't
to
that the
Game
movie
of
with,
Thrones. That scares me.
It's not a movie. It's a sci-fi TV series based on the book of the same name.
Oh no, I've not seen it.
I've heard Game of Thrones mixed with Battlestar Galactica.
I've gotten the Battlestar Galactica sort of and Firefly sort of. Not Firefly.
I know what it is. It stars Sylvester Stallone and a bunch of action movie guys.
No, that's The Expendables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Expansibles.
The Expansibles, yeah. They're all really old and they have really no reason being action heroes. And there's that one episode where Chuck Norris comes in for 5 seconds. Yeah. Anyway.
I think that's the brand of pants that I buy now is the Expandables.
Oh. That's great. That actually does sound like that sounds like the diaper brand
things on the side.
That does sound like the diaper brand I get for my daughter. So the Expandables. That's great. So then I had horror trope. Hear a creepy noise? Let's go investigate.
Oh, absolutely.
No. I mean, I don't know. After that guy freaked the hell out, and I'm kind of with the kid. You're like, okay, we saw, he locked himself back in the room. It's time to leave.
Yeah.
Like someone clearly damaged the hell out of that door trying to get in there to that guy. So, hear creepy noise? Time to go. And, okay, fine, let's go investigate. Let's be super sneaky and stealthy and look around the corner and see and then leave. No, don't come into full view and then do the...
Oh?
Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine any of us would do that.
No.
Any normal human being would do that. If even though we're armed with a few guns or whatever, I still don't think we would just stand there and look. I just one of us peers around the corner, the other one says, "Hey, what do you see?" And I say, "People eating people," and then Corny says, "It's time to GTFO," and then we leave.
I don't think Corny would even be there with us.
No.
I don't know.
He'd be like, hell no, I'm not going inside there. What are you thinking?
This is how this conversation is. We go in. All right, we get the guy out. Hey, man, why are you locked in here? There's some freaky ass shit going on. Let's go. All right, everybody out. Let's go. Let's go right now. Right now.
Yeah, at the moment that they said, "We heard you knocking," and he said, "I wasn't knocking."
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Okay, I'm out."
Yeah, no kidding. Again, and I know Fishburne was a soldier, and he's supposed to be brave and fine, and I get all that. And none of us have been soldiers, so we the four of us have never run towards danger when when there's gunshots or whatever. So I get that part.
I've done it before. Does that count?
Oh, well, maybe, I guess. But I'm still kind of with you guys, even in Survivor World, in Snow World Hoth, where every little thing is precious and every bit of resource is precious. And okay, we got some things, we found some dynamite, cool. All right, and then the bit where I forgot about the bit where he said that wasn't me knocking. Yeah, okay, then time to leave, right?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right now. Yeah.
And I just realized it now. When they dropped that dynamite, I guess they killed Survivor dude in the Radio Shack, right?
Well, but they got out though.
Well,
all those Reavers got out.
Well,
somehow.
You're right. Yeah, a lot of them did get out.
They picked up the ladder and leaned it back against the concrete slab, and they crawled out.
Yeah.
When I saw him doing that, I thought, okay, you're going to knock this ladder down. That's great. But, okay, they have to be smart enough to lean it back against the wall and climb up.
Yeah, they aren't mindless zombies. They're just hungry people.
But see, they had guns. You just take pot shots at them. I mean, they're 20 feet away. You've got a handgun. You can hit something.
Well, and that's the annoying thing, is there was like 3 moments or 2 moments in the movie at least, in that bit where they have the higher ground, and then the other bit on the bridge where there's a hero with a firearm looking directly at the obvious leader. He's clearly bigger. He's better dressed.
Well, he's the one walking while everyone else is running.
Yeah. Right, yeah. He's clearly the leader. Shoot him.
Yeah. Agree.
I know that sounds it's easy for you to say from your armchair. Look, that's what made America, right? Was American soldiers shooting
zombies?
No, it was American soldiers shooting British officers. It's because we knew how to fight a war. I mean,
or how about this? There was one way across that bridge, right, on that little bit of side piece.
Yeah.
Where you had to hold on as you walked across. Just hit them with a crowbar as they're trying to come.
Right.
It's just you've got a good defensive position.
Yeah, get in tower defense mode.
Yeah.
Don't try it, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Well, and here's the other dumb thing. All right, okay, do we really need to have the trope that the fuse goes out on the thing? And I get Fishburne making the sacrifice play. Fine, that was very noble, and frankly, probably the best way you could die in this world. It was, it was probably pretty quick. And he didn't get eaten alive, which sounds like the worst way to die in this world.
Very true.
Maybe dying
frozen. I don't know, freezing to death.
Frozen to death. But I mean, I think your body goes numb and then you don't feel and then you die. But
that's true.
You feel getting eaten.
That was my finger. Stop it.
Right.
Stop it now.
Speaking of ways to die, going back to the first scene where we see them sending out the flu patients.
Mm-hmm.
You give them the option of being shot or freezing to death.
Yeah.
And then they get upset at Bill Paxton. I honestly thought there for a moment, I kind of side with him. Like, if I'm leaving this facility and they're kicking me out and I know that I'm going to freeze to death, just shoot me. Just point it right there and go for it.
Well, it would be easier if they offered cake.
You can have the long walk, but you can have some cake.
Choose cake.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is cake or death is what you're saying,
Yeah.
or death and a side of cake.
Death. No, I mean cake.
I mean cake.
You said death.
But Andrew's right. You know, again,
That's what
resources,
you're thinking.
bullets. You're not making bullets at this point.
Yeah.
So every bullet you use is gone forever.
Yep. Yeah, there's a better way to do it, and maybe they didn't have the budget to, to show them being stabbed or something. I don't know. I think a knife across the throat is probably more efficient with your resources. But I see Paxton's point, but I still think. But the point of it's just the rule of you get an option. It's your choice. All right, you got the flu, time to go. We can't afford to keep you here in case the rest of us get infected because we've clearly exhausted our use of our cache of antibodies. And and what did you say, Sam?
Tamiflu.
Yeah, and all the other fun stuff. No more nanny pots and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know. Is that what you want? You want the quick death? You don't want to try?
I think I'd try.
Yeah,
I think I'd want the walk.
I mean, they obviously knew where Station 5 was, right? So wouldn't you just try to go there?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, just walk to another place.
Yeah, I mean, they know where at least
Station
one of them.
2 is just around the corner.
Yeah,
no one's there anymore, so you got it all to yourself.
Yeah,
I guess that's true. Yeah,
I mean, there might not be anything there to eat, but I mean, maybe you get a shot at something. I don't know. Surviving, at least for a few, you can survive without food, but if you have water for like 13 days or something like that, I don't know. I can't remember.
No, dude. It's was it 3 days without water, 30 days without food?
Yeah, 30 days sounds like awful. I can't go like 5 hours, so I get why hunger makes people do crazy things.
There was
it's a new level of hangry.
There was something else in the movie that really bothered me, and that was when, after they blew up. Was it 7? Is that where they went?
Yeah.
After they destroyed it with the dynamite, and the Walking Dead were following them. Mm-hmm. Their tracks in the snow. The wind is blowing violently. It's still snowing. And the guys that were following them didn't follow them until
the next
day, or was it? It was a length of time afterwards.
They took shelter in something, right?
Yeah, the downed helicopter. Yeah, Black Hawk Down. Yeah,
that's right. So,
which should be covered.
After all this time, their footprints would not be there, or would be much less faint. Would be more faint than what we saw. My
bigger issue was this. So the three of them, these healthy, strong dudes who have lived, who have had food for a while, were running for their lives, right? And they made it as far as the helicopter before they needed a break. And then zombie people who have only eaten humans, so I mean, I guess there's protein there, but whatever. They caught up to them within just like an hour, it felt like. So either they ran through the night. There's still people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they still have limitations.
Yeah.
It made them seem supernatural, which is not a thing. But whatever, it's fine.
Made him creepier or something.
I mean, it did. It does make him, and it builds more tension. I get that. It just, it seemed more unrealistic than all of the other unrealistic things of the movie. And then the thing that actually kind of pissed me off with the hero of the movie making dumb decision after dumb decision, and again, easy for me to say, but when he was running through the streets of the abandoned city, jump in a building.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
try to hide your tracks. Do something.
Maybe you can go a couple blocks without walking in the street, and then maybe enforce them to, maybe if you can just buy your fortress more time. Now we know that eventually it didn't matter because Bill Paxton's his character is a douche, and he doesn't believe him, and he handcuffs him, and it takes a little pickpocketing dude to help out, but
which is another trope.
Yeah, I mean he was a trope. Pickpocketing. Yeah, I actually wrote pickpocketing kid ex machina. That is the best I can come up with him. And then power trope, power failure equals flickering lights.
Well, that was the backup coming online.
But I mean,
Wouldn't they already be in backup?
well, here's the thing. I have been in a building where backup generators had to kick on. They're either on or they're not. Lights don't flicker. They flicker when ballasts are dying, like in fluorescent fixtures, or if the grip is off the side of the stage flickering the light. That's the only reason why they flicker. But it makes it creepy. So, whatever. It's fine. It's just a dumb thing. They're lucky that chimney fell away from them when they blew up the thing. Just going to go over some notes real quick before I do clips. So far, this movie's about rules and survival. Don't ever think about in Wasteland Future that sickness would be your worst enemy. I thought that was actually... I will give the movie some credit for that moment being probably the cleverest thing in the movie, is that they're more worried about the flu than anything else.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever really think about that. You don't think about, in Waterworld, what if Kevin Costner gets the cold? Like, what's going to happen, Or in Mad Max Fury Road, what if Furiosa gets an infection in where her arm thingy is? Like, what happens there? So,
although Game of Thrones does that.
Yeah, Game of Thrones does it because it's part of the story. Like they need it. They need it to be, because they can.
They gotta kill people off somehow.
Yeah, I'm sure they can find ways. And by the way, Danny Rand from Iron Fist he's from Game of Thrones.
Is he?
He's
Which one is he?
Loras Tyrell, I think.
Oh, Loras. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I've not watched him on film on that character in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he's no longer on there anymore.
Well, he's doing Iron Fist, so very little chance of him being killed by Martin in that case. So normally we do this later, but I'm going to do it now. The soundtrack to this movie, it reminded me of like Blade 2. Like
old.
Yeah. Did y'all get that feel or no? Am I by myself?
I did get like a 90s, early 2000s vibe from it. I did get that.
Yeah. And it didn't work. It didn't work for me. It annoyed me a couple times. Okay, I want to go there real quick. To Corny and Andrew, who have seen Iron Fist, and I'm 30 minutes away from the final episode. And Sam, you haven't.
You spoil it for me.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna spoil anything on especially on the show without prefacing it, majorly. But what do you guys think of the score, the music? Because I've heard some people that didn't like it. I kind of like it.
I like it. I think it's great.
Not paying that much attention to it, to be honest with you.
I
thought the score for not Quincy Adams,
John Adams.
No, well, not John Adams. The guy. Luke Cage. I loved the score for Luke Cage.
How did you get there from there?
The second president of the United States.
Yeah, the second president of the United States, too. Okay, sure.
I think that was an amalgamation of Quincy Jones and...
I'm not even sure how your brain worked there, but that's fine.
Man,
at least
you got there eventually.
No, you got there. It's fine. No, the soundtrack is good. I like all of the... kind of the funk that they play and the jazz. The soundtrack is great. I don't really remember much of the score in that show.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the score in Daredevil. I remember the score in Jessica Jones just being, chilling and creepy. But this one I like basically. So Sam, I think you like it because Danny Rand's character. So whenever he's about to Iron Fist it up, he gets his own theme, and it's played. I think it's played on an organ.
Ooh.
It's like a single note theme on an organ. And I don't know if it's a pipe organ or if it's like an old Hammond B3 organ. Yeah. But I kind of like it. I really do. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm obviously watching that show right now and it's top of my mind and I'm enjoying it.
Cool.
Anyway,
good for you. Congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you. What was I going to say? Oh, and the music sucked. I get that the Reavers are feral people, but even humans need to sleep. Oh yeah, I already mentioned that.
Yeah.
Okay, I meant to do that too. What? Oh, corny. Did you just send me something on Facebook?
I did. I'm sorry. I can't.
Once
I
again,
had to.
once again with the distractions. All right. Should this be something that I pursue while doing the show, or is this something I should do later?
You can do both. I mean, it only takes a couple things.
Do both? Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my lord, Sam, are you already there? Is that why you're giggling?
Yes.
What is it?
Sean, this would look familiar from my time together with you.
What's happening?
We'll post this on.
No, I don't want to.
no,
I don't
we
want to
will not.
post this. No, I don't want to post this.
We'll edit this out.
Okay, Sam or Corny, thank you for that.
I'm sorry. I was like, this is. I've never seen it on this side of it. You know.
Anyway, ignore the last 30 seconds, listener. Sorry.
It's worth it, damn it.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. I wrote that, said that. I thought they were in a vault. What? Oh yeah, they all said they're going to a vault, but then like they were getting attacked by things like they weren't in a vault, so I was really confused. But
Yeah,
It was
'cause the
hey,
Reavers
it was fortress,
apparently-
and then they were just like in the vents, and
Yeah, it just that's so dumb. You know, there's no preparations for these people coming to steal resources. I mean, that'd be the first thing I'd think about.
yeah, like I mean, once you had, I feel like I'm with you, Sam. Once you have something worth stealing, then you need to protect it, especially in
Yep.
in this world. I mean, regardless of the fact that you have made allies with Colony 5 or 7 or whatever one it is, I still feel like you would set up some kind of something else other than just some security cameras. I mean, even
Agreed.
if it's like booby
like with
traps.
a bunker, you would somehow manage to secure the very bottom of the bunker, but the top part you might have a common area for people to stop by and shop, or I don't know, just something. But yeah,
Or a
Should've been more secure.
bottleneck to get in.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess they kind of had that. I don't know. I just, I don't know. I feel like maybe you make traps or something outside, and so they like everyone has to learn the path in the snow, or you get dropped into a hole with sticks or something. I just,
Damn, that's evil.
well,
Man,
yeah. I mean,
you're
but like,
hardcore, dude.
well,
Jeez.
you know,
Remind me not to go to your house anymore.
Well, you damn right.
At
I'm gonna
night.
start building sticks and things. So like, I don't know. Like you just all right, Colony 5. Hey, Colony 5. Just say no. We've set up a whole bunch of booby traps. So when you get here, stay at the perimeter, and then we'll escort you in, or something like that, right? I mean, I don't know. It just there's ways to do it.
But you have to protect your resources, otherwise you
Yeah,
die.
you do. I mean,
So it's important.
yeah, I agree. And then, well, apparently blowing your sup up is the cool way to go. So there's the thing we mentioned earlier is that so both Lawrence Fishburne and Bill Paxton blow themselves up to save Hero
Didn't
Man.
Mythbusters say that doesn't work?
Shooting a thing of propane.
Yeah.
Oh
Probably.
no, yeah, they definitely did that, and it does nothing.
Is it just make a hole in it and the gas just seeps out?
Pretty much.
I know they did the one for Jaws when it was just compressed air.
Yeah.
Would not.
Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, these people have no. Oh yeah, so this was also to your point, Sam, about defenses. So I wrote clearly these people have no tactical training. I spelled tactical way wrong, but anyway, no tactical training. But Mason was a soldier, so I just to your point, I feel like even in the scene where they're fighting them, I feel like he should have. Don't just stand in the hallway. Find some way to get behind stuff so that you can protect yourself. They were literally fish in a barrel in that moment. It was bad.
Yeah.
No chickens were harmed in the making of this film. That was cool. And butcher blade to the mouth for the win. That part was actually kind of gross and probably the best effect of the movie.
Yeah.
That was really gross. Cool. We ready to do a little trivia?
Actrivia.
Oh, what's
Your
happening?
screen is
To the world.
Wait, what?
Sorry.
I love it.
Advertisements. I was trying to find
Poor Sean.
the score real quick.
We put in practice.
Definitely not that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's somebody. I can't play too much of it because YouTube will kick us off. I was trying to find the score.
Oh,
To the
Iron
Iron
Hand?
Fist. Iron
Oh.
Fist, yeah. They fight the hand.
okay.
Yeah. That's not a spoiler. That's been...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They're digging a giant hole.
What?
Aren't they digging a giant hole in the series?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about? They're digging
In
it-
Daredevil season 2, the hand has a giant hole that they're digging.
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they do big dig, yeah. But
Yes.
that was for something. We don't know yet.
I'm sorry. Do you say big dig?
Whoa.
Easy, Sean.
Yes, dig. Yes. Anyway, is this? I can't. Why can't I find that? How about Iron Fist score? Here we go. And wait. Oh, I didn't do clippy clips. Let's do clippy clips. Okay, I didn't capture very many because frankly, there's not a whole lot to.
No, not worth it.
No, there's just not. And there's just not a lot of good dialogue to capture anyway. So I captured what I could, and here we go. First one, Lawrence Fishburne.
It's not a problem until it's a problem.
Well,
Well, I guess so.
no, you're not wrong. It kind of, it kind of sounds like a fortune cookie.
That's what I tell my wife when I'm driving all the time.
Yeah,
She says,
It's not a problem.
until it's a problem.
Until it's a problem.
the car's making funny noises, Andrew. It's not a problem until it's a problem, dear.
Right.
There's brake lights. They're 5 miles ahead. It's not a problem until it's a problem.
Right. Well,
I say it all the time.
Yeah, the check engine light is not blinking yet. We're still okay.
Here we go. Just real quick. Just a few seconds of this again before. Come on.
What porn are you watching?
This is the intro to Iron Fist. All right, it can't tell very well from that. Anyway, sorry. Go watch the show, Sam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me finish Quincy Jones.
Yeah, go watch Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Yeah. It's funny. Everybody says Luke Cage like his name is Luke
Cage.
instead of Luke Cage. Luke. All right, here we go.
Hey, come on, let's get the hell out of here, huh? Hey, find a spine, boy.
Find a spine, boy. Here we go.
Oh.
I thought this was real dumb.
We're gonna leave. Right now?
Briggs is gone. I'm running things now.
When everyone's dead. Huh? And you're king of the castle, then what?
I'll still be running things.
I don't blame Paxton for saying the line because someone told him to, but it's a stupid line. I'll still be running things. What? Running what? Like,
I'll be turning the power on.
it was dumb. It was dumb. It's a dumb line.
Turn the power off.
Like I don't know. I don't know how you make the line better. You know, when you're king of the effing castle and everyone's dead, then what? I'll still be king. I don't know, but
when I was king of the forest.
I would never have thought we
There
would
you
get a
go.
Wizard
Thank
of
you.
Oz
Perfect.
reference on this show. That movie's way too good for this.
Well done, man.
Yeah. Well, it's the only movie his wife likes. So, in fairness,
That is true.
That's not
Hey,
me
hey,
being
hey.
mean. That's
Hey,
actually
speaking
accurate.
of wives in that movie in particular,
Uh-oh.
I am not allowed to use the phrase "we're not in Kansas anymore."
Because your wife is from Kansas.
Yes,
That's sad.
it is. It is.
Well,
It's a good joke. I can't use it, and she's got a black dog. I mean, I can't make this up.
no, you're right. You do. Though Molly is a little bit bigger than Toto.
You know what? But I don't care. It's close enough.
And Toto was actually a pretty well behaved dog in the tornado and storm.
Yeah, it did pretty well.
Yeah.
We rewatched. It was on the other day on Sci-Fi, and we rewatched the Oz, the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
And I still kind of like that movie.
I do too.
I think it's kind of good.
Is it the one with James Franco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he did really well in that movie.
I think
never
he
saw
did
it.
good too. Like he's overacting a little bit. Like he's a little ham bony, but I think it works because I think that's what he is in the Wizard of Oz. Like he's a little over the top acty kind of thing, and
he's a showman.
Yeah, he is, and I kind of like it. And
oh, he's a witch doctor, is what you're saying?
Something like that.
He said ooh ee ooh ah ah.
Ting tang walla walla bing bang.
Yeah, that happened. Gosh. This is the best episode we've had in a long time, and by that I mean not at all.
Not at all.
No. If you want a good episode, go listen to our discussion on Swiss Army Man. I
still think about that movie.
I do too. Like I mentioned that movie this weekend. I was selling. That was kind of how I was pimping the show. Was like we did this movie called Swiss Army Man, and it was really interesting. And here are the points we made on our show. And if you want more of the points, go listen to it. So.
And the warden said, "Shut up."
Yeah. So.
Get back in your cell.
Get back in your cell. I'm still running things, is what he said. Here's a little more dialogue at the end. A little more monologue. Okay, let me ask you this real quick before I play this. Well, I'll play this and then I'll ask a question. Okay, here we go. Oh.
We used to live and die by the rules we made. But our rules, like everything else we built, are breaking down. There's only one rule left now anyway. One rule above all. Survive.
Okay, so dumb line. Again, dumb line. So are you telling me now that all the rules that you had, which kept you alive and provided you the opportunity to make seeds and be successful and healthy, are now bad? And they're all breaking down? It doesn't make any sense. So this is what I thought in the movie. When they went to Colony 5, or whichever one they went to, and they showed that video with the dude with the seeds and clearly a green screen behind him. Yeah. And they said they sent a group up there. They didn't find anything, and all they brought back was the Reavers. So I thought that meant that the video was a fake to get people to come there so that the Reavers could eat. So that was in my mind the entire time. And yet, the end of the movie, the kid is like, we have to go there, we get the seeds, and what few remaining people are alive are on their way there. And then the movie ends, and so I'm still not 100% convinced that that's not the case, that was all fake. And, well, actually, that's not true. The movie did show us the satellite image that they did, in fact, make green. So I guess that is proof that it wasn't a fake. But until that moment, I thought that the video was a fake. So anyway,
it's the alternative video.
Yeah. Okay.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Wasn't I going to do something different for that?
Oh yeah, you were going to use
Was I supposed to do this?
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
Was I going to use that? I can't remember. Or
no, it was the montage. That was the thing you were going to change.
No, I still have.
That still makes me smile.
Yeah, it's good. We didn't have a montage in this, did we?
No.
Traveling wasn't really a traveling montage. It was just a travel. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. I wrote down all 3 of the pieces of trivia for this movie. So,
oh wow,
yeah. The location of the thaw that Sam discovers is shown at coordinates 45 north, 2 minutes, 33 seconds. I had to remember how to read that because I'm used to seeing that as feet and inches. And 122 west at 53 minutes and 35 seconds or something. I don't know. I can't remember how to read that. Which is the location of Silverton, Oregon.
Interesting.
Okay. Has 3 actors who have appeared in films with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Lawrence Fishburne appeared in Red Heat. Bill Paxton appeared in True Lies, and Kevin Zegers, our hero, is set to appear in 478. I have no idea what that is. And the first movie to be shot at the decommissioned NORAD, which is the North American Aerospace Defense Command Base in North Bay, Ontario, Canada. So, there we go. We built that to...
we built that city.
We built this city to stop the Soviet Union.
Rocket Snow, nice.
Rocket Snow.
Rocket Snow.
I think
Snow. Yeah. That's way better than the USSR. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Soundtrack great. I gave this a.
How do you spell that?
I don't know. It's just
that was the clip from Swiss Army Man, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the first 8 minutes of that movie. I'm glad I actually don't have any of the fart jokes from that movie, but so.
Sean, did you catch the really bad audio editing?
There were several moments, but no, I didn't capture any.
Well, there was one where our main character is lying there handcuffed talking to, I think, Bill Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying a line, and when he rolls over, the line continues, but his mouth is not moving.
Oh, nice.
And then he finishes something else.
Yeah, that's always fun.
It's really bad.
Yeah, that stuff happens, and it sucks. And it pisses
Probably
me
the
off.
sound guy. Golly.
Actually, that's editing. That's actually not the sound guy in that case. That's editing.
Yeah, sure.
Sound guy issues.
Defend him. I see what you're
Sound
doing.
guy was okay. He actually got the boom underneath him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, there were no horses.
You didn't want to spook him.
Right.
Didn't they eat those horses? They put the boom underneath.
Do what?
Did they put the boom underneath the horses they actually ate in this movie?
Yeah.
Stay alive.
Was there any? I don't know if there was any horse eating. I don't know. Maybe the chicken. There were chickens. They boomed under the chicken.
And bees.
There were bees. Bees. Lots of bees.
That's how you get ants.
I don't know. I kind of feel like, I don't know. Should they have gone back to try to, should they go back eventually and get more stuff? You know, get to the green and then go, hey, we have bees and things that...
Didn't it burn down, though? I thought it was all on fire when they left.
I don't know. I still feel like you should try to go back and salvage some stuff. It doesn't. Maybe that's what we can create in our own narrative of what happens. What was I doing?
Montage.
Yeah.
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
Oh, right. Okay. That's not what I meant to play. I actually meant to play... I skipped over the recasting bit because, frankly, I don't want to recast this movie.
No.
Just don't care. It's not a good movie.
That's a straight
recast it and call it the day after tomorrow.
You could literally take anybody.
I mean, honestly...
Because I didn't recognize anybody in the first place.
Well, I mean, you keep Lawrence Fishburne and Bill Paxton. I mean, they're fine. They're not doing anything bad in the movie. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing good because they're not given good lines. It's not their fault they're given bad dialogue. You know what I'm saying? They can only do so much. I don't fault Lawrence Fishburne for anything. I thought his character was, it was two-dimensional, or hell, one-dimensional, really. He's just boss, leader, good, Boy Scout, you know? But he said his shitty lines in probably in as good a manner as he could have. I thought Bill Paxton was typical Bill Paxton. I thought he was fine in this movie.
Bro.
I mean... The moment you see him on camera, you're going to hate him, the character he plays, and he does it well. So, I mean, yeah, he's basically Snow version of Bra from Nightcrawlers or
Bamf.
The dude from True Lies. You know, he's just... Anyway. Top three. So we decided, of course, this movie, or the reason why we did this movie was to kind of a little honor Bill Paxton as much as we've ripped his... character in this movie. I personally, and I'm not just saying that because the man died. I don't think he was bad in this movie. He's not given a whole lot to work with.
I was gonna say, I've actually started to see. I watched a couple interviews here and there with people, and Conan O'Brien gave a little story about Bill Paxton. It turns out apparently he was a really awesome dude.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the story about where he it was like his intern, Conan's intern, was like a huge, he loved the movie Twister. Was that the one you're talking about?
Tombstone.
Oh, Tombstone, yeah. He loved the movie Tombstone, and Bill Paxton was over there, and so Conan whispers something to Bill Paxton's ear about, hey, that's my intern, and he loves Tombstone, and Paxton just walks over there and recites lines from the movie, and the kid like just freaked out, like geeked out because he's over there quoting lines from the movie. Like that's a cool dude, you know. So you don't get a lot of stuff, like a lot of people in Hollywood like that. So anyway, so top 3 Bill Paxton movies. Andrew, go.
Okay. Number 3, I have Tombstone.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Number 2, Twister.
Okay.
And number 1, I'm going to use this, even though it's not a movie. It's more of a
Hatfields and McCoys
series, and that was Hatfields and McCoys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that as an honorable mention just because you have to mention it because he's so good in that.
I really think that's one of his best roles.
And I think Kevin Costner is good in that too. I think Kevin Costner in westerns, he's good.
Yeah.
Personally, but that's also my kind of thinking for Waterworld. But anyway, I have a problem.
Oh, Joe Pesci.
No, I'm not doing that.
Yep, mark your square.
Corny. Sorry, you're waiting for me.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm going to actually do very similar to Andrew's, but I'm going to start with my number 3 as Twister. So my number 2, True Lies.
Another good one.
I love it when he's on the dam crying. He's like, I got a little dick. I don't even get laid much. I love that bit. It just cracks me up. And then he pees himself. It's so funny.
Yeah, bro. And then my number 1, without a doubt, is Tombstone, and I'll Be Your Huckleberry.
Yeah, well.
I know it's not him, but that line, that's by far my favorite line.
So I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show. So I've been to Tombstone. A few years ago.
Were you in fact someone's Huckleberry?
Did you run into somebody in Tombstone?
I mean, I might have in the street. I don't know, but I did ask. I went into many of the shops and a lot of the locals there, and I asked them, which movie do you like better, Tombstone or Wyatt Earp? And the majority of them said Tombstone is the better movie, but Kevin Costner was the better Wyatt Earp over Kurt Russell. So if you can put Kevin Costner in Tombstone the movie, that's the perfect movie. And I'm like, that's really interesting because I liked Wyatt Earp. It's too long of a movie. It's like almost 3 hours long, but
Didn't it come out about the same time too?
I think they did. I mean, within like a year or two.
Yeah.
I think obviously everyone remembers Val Kilmer for his portrayal. Obviously corny. Just
Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Johnny Ringo.
But I will say this. So, yeah, Tombstone was 93.
I'll Be Your Huckleberry.
And Wyatt Earp was 94. So, right next to each other. But there's a really great moment when Dennis Quaid, who's playing Doc Holliday in Wyatt Earp, where he's coughing and these women are all looking at him because he's all undignified because he's coughing. And he looks at him and he goes, "Y'all can kiss my rebel dick." I love that line. It's a funny line. So, anyway. Sam? Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Hatfields McCoy. I have to put Nightcrawler in there as my as an honorable mention. But I've got from my number 3, I've got Apollo 13.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
My number 2 is Twister, and I know it's not that great of a movie, but doggone it, it's fun to watch.
I like Twister too.
I
got
do
some
enjoy
Helen Hunt.
that one. And my number 1 is one of my favorite sci-fis recently is this, and he's perfect in it.
Edge of Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is great in that as that drill sergeant.
Yeah. So
all right,
that would be mine. Titanic is not on there. That almost ruined the movie for me. I can't give it to him there.
Yeah, just get off the door. Just put both of you on the door. Take turns on the door. Anyway.
Yeah.
My 2 honorable mentions were Edge of Tomorrow and Tombstone. My number 3 was Aliens. My number 2 was Twister, and my number 1 was Apollo 13. So I like him a lot. I think he's actually because I watched Apollo 13 not that long ago. Like I think I mentioned on the show, it was like a month and a half ago, and he was really good in that. I think he's actually really good in it. So There you go. That's it. That's our show. I don't think we had any. I'm going to double check real quick. I don't think we had any email this week from anyone that was a listener. We got a bunch of email from other stuff, but like Matt from Podmatic Incorporated, which is something that I accidentally signed up for.
Oh.
No, it's not bad. It's just
anything from Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, every now and then that happens, and I just delete them. Yeah, so no emails. That's okay. You can, of course, send those, and we'll read them. I will say this. So we did get a request a while ago from a listener who is a friend of mine, personal friend of mine, who wanted us to do Sky High, and we all grumbled and grumbled about it.
Ouch.
Well, I saw her this weekend at the conference that I was at, and she said, So, you done Sky High yet? I was like, no, not yet. And she says, and I even donated money to your cause, too. I'm like, oh burn. So
is that when you looked at her and went, well, yeah, life's a bitch, and then walked off?
No, because she's a good friend, and so I said, you're right. So it's not next week; it's the week after. So it's coming up. I know it's coming up. No one calls out sick that week.
Hey, I'm gonna. Oh wait, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah. Let me guess, you're not going to be here.
Please have a gig. Please have a gig.
You're so jerk. You know what I say to that, Corny? There you go. So, out of 10, Andrew.
I am going to give this, let's say, a nice 2.5 pizza slicers to the face out of 10.
All right. Right on. Corny.
I'm going to be a little bit not nice and give it a 1.2.
Ooh, a 1. I didn't even think you were going to do that.
What's happening? Apparently somebody's watching something. What are you watching,
Andrew
Sam?
forgot to mute.
No, it's
me.
It's Sam.
Sam, what are you doing?
Oh my God, what was that?
What are you doing?
Oh, I accidentally clicked on a link and it exploded in my ear.
Well, we all heard it, so. What's your out of 10, sir?
Oh, okay. Sorry, that was distracting. I'm going to give this a 2. 2 is way too cold to stand outside John's window tonight out of 10.
Okay. It's not that cold outside. It's actually pretty lovely.
Yeah. I do yours and I have to do mine again.
Are you changing your score?
No. I'm gonna same score.
You came up with an actual little gag for out of 10.
I did actually.
Okay. I didn't think I hated it as much as you guys did. I mean, I didn't really get bored, but I don't know. I kind of want to give it some love, but maybe that's just because I don't want to be jerk to Bill Paxton. I don't know. So,
hey, we give him some love with some of these movies we like.
I'll say this. I'm gonna give it a 3, just a 3 exploding Fishburns out of 10, because I think the two of them, Fishburne and Paxton, make this movie somewhat watchable. You know, like if it were two unknown actors who were just there to, well, first of all, we wouldn't have watched the movie, but if it were two just, unknown dudes in this movie, I think this movie is a lot worse than it is. So that's my justification on that, and that will plant this movie firmly in the bottom
echelon.
It'll now be our new 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'll be our 6th. Corny. This now it will be planted firmly between Noah and Children of the Corn.
It should be.
I was about to say that's about right.
And
that's
Children of the Corn being the better film.
Oh no,
being the higher rated film.
I'd go the other way around. I think
it's the higher rated film. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that's y'all's fault.
Well. No. Well, no. Yeah, actually, you're right. It is our fault. blame Chad because he's not here anymore.
I gave it a 0. There's no way it's my fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault. Anyway, that's it. That's our show. Thank you for listening. Next week we're doing.
Wait. What was Corny's little thing?
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna give it a 1.2. Baby, it's cold outside.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna die outside.
Cricket.
That's worth it.
Sorry, I just got really distracted. Something that I pulled up a new page. I wanted to check to make sure that the movie that we're doing next week is still on Netflix. And when I pulled up it, Yahoo was my homepage, and the main story was something that I'm going to mention off air.
Well, good.
Yeah, something about and by our, I mean, I still claim North Carolina as my state, but something about our state.
Who do we kill this time?
Nothing. It's the same issue. Okay, yeah. So next week, it's still streaming. So next week, this was requested, and I can't remember who, and I feel bad, but this was requested by, I think, Andrew Abernathy, who is an avid listener of the show, a friend of the
Andrew,
show.
what's up, man?
Yeah, he's a good dude. How good of a dude is Andrew? He donated money to the cause and has not either wanted to or just has forgotten to claim his prize as coming on the show to do his movie. He hasn't done it, and he just said don't worry about it. So unless he changes his mind, which he can. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to cheapseatreviews.com. Oh no. Go to gofundme.com/cheapseatreviews. And if you donate $25 or more to the show, then you can come on the show with us and discuss a movie.
Make fun of Sean.
Several people have done it. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, so do that. In the meantime, we are doing Lucky Number 11. That's what we're doing next week.
Ooh, I have not seen this one.
Lucky Number 11. It's got your Bruce Willis and your Josh Hartnett back when he was still acting, and your Sir Ben Kingsley and your Morgan Freeman and mob connections, and there's some I can't remember who the female is in that movie. If it's
your mom.
Lucky, oh, that's not nice. I just can't remember who it is. I think it's Lucy Liu. Yes, it is Lucy Liu. She's in it too. So, did you say ooh?
Nope.
Okay. Stanley Tucci is in it too. I forgot he was in it. So, anyway, that'll be fun. So we're gonna do that next week. Lucky Number 11. It's an interesting film. So we'll do that next week. And in the meantime, that's going to do it for us, right? Have I done our fiduciary responsibility? I'm obligated to play this.
Patient. There's.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
Patient.
Yeah. I just love how
patient.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So leave us a review, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, all those fine places. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com. We have a new blog that I'm doing. I'll post something soon, probably tomorrow. Trying to come up with...
Oh, and I need to post a rebuttal to your first one.
No, go for it. Please do. I want people to do that. I haven't been on there to see if there's any discussion. I don't know. So, yeah, go to our blog, cheapseatreviews.blogspot.com. I made some interesting remarks about Fury Road, and I mentioned them to somebody else, and I pissed them off, so it's good. So go there and check it out and see if what I said also bothered you, because I'm sure Sam's probably pretty grumpy about it. Follow us on Twitter at CheapSeatCast. I'm at Sean J. Allred, at Sinigi16, at Johnny Darko16, and at A. Jemison, or A.J. Emerson, as I used to say. Please send us your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. That's going to do it. This was fun, guys. Good to see you guys. It's been a while. And go watch Iron Fist. It's really good. So when The Defenders comes out, you're not confused. When is The Defenders coming out? 2017. That's all it says. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist team up to fight crime in New York City. That's all it says.
So they gave 2 names and 2 aliases.
Well, Jessica Jones doesn't have an alias. So anyway, so on behalf of Corny, Andrew, Sam, this is Sean saying thank you for listening and good night.